Warning, the following contains material that may be too disturbing to some people. Descriptions of violence, mature situations, and adult themes. This is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. I leapt headfirst into the black, searching for answers. I found only more questions. My memories fade with each step. I feel a weight. It's so heavy. I find nothing. Here in darkness, I awaken for the first time. My skin is on fire. My lungs ache for air. My body's too weak to stand. To fight back. The pain pierces every thought. Death would be a kindness that I do not deserve. Let me die broken.
Oh no, we gotta work Friday. Oop.
We're here. Hello.
Hi.
Hello there.
I was talking without the push to talk again. I'm gonna have to. It's gonna take me like a year to get used to that.
Nice.
Lol.
And then when you do, Discord's gonna change it.
So welcome everybody to Broken, our sci-fi TTRPG. We're here. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are all gonna have an awesome Thanksgiving. Thank you all for being here. How's everybody doing?
Doing pretty good.
Tired.
Me too.
Yeah, likewise.
Work was slow enough today that I get to leave after working for an hour and 15 minutes.
Right on.
Nice.
That's good.
Paid leave, mind you.
Well,
You lucky.
Yes.
Well, I guess let's since we're starting a little bit late today, let's go ahead and go around the table, have everyone talk about themselves, their character, and we'll talk about what's going on in the game and all that good stuff. We'll start with you, Dank. How's it going?
It's going pretty good, Party's resident murder hobo dived through mermaid-infested waters and got zapped into a simulation via some strange wire. We're gonna see how things play out. You're gonna get up to some chaos here. Gonna have some fun. Gonna probably commit some war crimes.
You need to niche out one of those words.
It's a hard one to pick. Like, which one would you bruh out?
I'm pretty sure probably is not in the equation here. I'm pretty sure it's is going to is probably more accurate.
Yeah,
I can say this. FEMA is not coming.
Talks with the UN will be had. Thank you. Thank you, Dank.
You're welcome.
Up next, we got Gerblin. He's playing Enigma and Imogene for you guys. Gerblin, how's it going?
Well, I think both of them are very confused. Enigma's probably was a little more panicked because, they jumped in and suddenly Derrin was gone and now we're here. And I don't think either of them is really sure where here is. So this should be interesting for both of them.
Yeah, that's a fair point. We'll get into that in just a second. Best of luck to everyone involved. Thank you, Gerblin. Up next, we got Mori, who's playing Cassidy for you guys. Mori, how's it going?
He's tired.
Yes.
But Cassidy's doing good. Maybe. we don't exactly know where she is. Naela in Leviathan mode told her to stick something to the back of her neck, so she did, and then she went poof. And then Way Watcher followed her. So it'll be interesting to see where she's gone.
Yes.
And what's happened to her.
Yeah. And everyone else followed shortly after.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's a good place that you guys are in. It's definitely not.
Oh my gosh, we get to go to the good place?
It's definitely not hell.
Oh yeah? Are you being honest about this?
They already know. They already know where they're at, audience, but you'll see why that's funny in a minute.
And
right.
Maybe maybe she'll meet some friends along while she's there.
Yeah. Good luck. Thanks, Maury. Up next, we got Caitlin, who's playing Naela for you guys. Caitlin, how's it going?
It's going pretty alright. Naela managed to save Cassidy by shoving her deeper and deeper into the mermaid-infested water.
It was a beautiful idea. Everybody loved it.
Everybody loved it.
Definitely Cassidy too.
And then I also pushed Ernest down to the bottom of the mermaid-infested lakes. And now we're somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, you took out most of the mermaids first, at least. So that's a plus.
I mean, technically, we took out all the mermaids, right?
Yeah, I think you got that whole
in that area.
Yeah. They're not
came to say hi.
That's what I mean.
They're not extinct or anything, but yeah.
Darn, we should fix that.
Yeah. Suffer.
I don't think the Leviathan will be very happy with this.
Listen.
Look, it's like mosquitoes. Brewing mosquitoes. You can just murder them all off and nobody cares. Even Leviathan.
As much as we don't like them, I'm pretty sure they play some kind of ecological role.
I'm pretty sure they don't.
Tell that to Greenland, where the only mosquito on the entire island is in a jar of formaldehyde.
No, I'm talking about the mermaids.
I'm pretty sure the mermaids also do not contribute to the environment.
Keep humans under control, don't they?
I don't think we need those to keep us under control in this.
We keep ourselves under control by killing each other. Don't even play.
I mean, that and starvation.
Yeah.
That is how I assume
Humanity, its own
Nibiru
apex
keeps the
predator.
population down.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys. Thank you, Naela. Last but not least, we got Zach, who's playing Derrin for you guys. Zach, how's it going?
Hi. I am in the fetal position, I think, still. After getting unceremoniously shoved off the raft and into the water and then, I don't know, turning into plasma or something.
Just love the idea of him being in the new place, just still in the fetal position now.
Yeah.
I imagine that's exactly how I woke up, at least, if we woke up at all, you know.
Yeah, probably. We'll get to how each of you woke up in just a moment.
Poor Darren's got issues right now.
So,
well, technically, it's a new scene, so I have less issues now.
Yes.
Hey, there you go.
It is
You've
a new
still got
scene.
issues, though.
So all of you guys, last we left off, you guys finished the combat with the mermaids. You either dove into the water or got pulled into the water, and you found a cable at the bottom of the lake. Some connected to it, flash a light, you all disappeared. I think I went over this with you guys already, but all of your belongings you do not have. Unless you're Dank, in which case you have your habitat items. You don't have anything else, any of your other gear. You don't get your laser swords or your plasma rifles. I don't think any of that stuff comes with you.
No, unfortunately not. But got my guitar, I've got my 9mm, and I've got my Heelys.
That's all.
And I've got the shovel.
Yeah, you do have the
You
shovel.
got the important things.
Yeah.
So why don't I go ahead and do this? We're gonna need a different stream layout for today.
Ooh.
So there is that. Okay. So here's what we open on. Similar to our very first session, we open up on a scene of the city of Cleveland instead of Las Vegas in the morning. And we're greeted with an audio track.
You're listening to WBRK Cleveland. The year is 2023. The robot uprising has been won. Prepare to be exterminated.
Shut up, you ugly bitch!
You're listening to WBRK.
Ramblin.
Alrighty, you're listening to WBRK in the mornings. I'm your temporary host filling in today for Dogwoods, who apparently has run into some trouble with the AI uprising.
What the dog doing?
Hope you all are enjoying your drive into work this morning. Let's go over a few of the local news stories today
Oh,
real
wait, there
quick,
it is.
shall we? All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, looks like a few interesting stories going around Cleveland right now. Word is that multiple people living in the Perry Township have called their local police force out to a near 30-year-old nuclear power plant, reporting the sounds of gunfire and explosions coming from inside the plant, as well as alarms.
He just unloaded on this guy.
When local police arrived to the plant to investigate the disturbance, they were denied access by multiple armed personnel, each wearing military uniforms without names, call signs, or ranks present. The soldiers failed to identify, and a bizarre back and forth between the officers and the military was captured on body cam before gunshots were heard and the police were forced to retreat for their safety. We'll play that audio for you later in the show. Up next, a bizarre string of disappearances of kids has rocked the downtown area. One WBRK investigator says they have a suspect for law enforcement. The person's already been forcefully admitted to a mental health evaluation and treatment facility for a separate matter. We don't know much about this individual, as doctor-patient privilege is keeping information from being shared at the moment, but after interviewing witnesses of the incident, the woman was supposedly talking to herself or someone that wasn't there at a local DMV. An officer interviewed her and he was concerned for her safety and well-being.
We do not care.
And last but not least, twins separated at birth. Well, the birth records say no, but we've got both here in the studio later today. And, we've talked to both of them so far, and we gotta say they do look alike. We'll be interviewing these two twins, both living in the Cleveland area, who turned up matching on a DNA test. Interesting stuff there. Kind of a weird case. We'll dive into it later in the show. But we're going to get into some music before we go over some more news stories here. We got a small indie group out of Vegas, the Lost Vagabonds, with their hit song, Only Memories Remain. All right, so you guys got got most of that on the stream. I think some of you guys were like, "Oh, we're expecting through the Discord," like always. Sorry, switched over to using push to talk, and I can't push to talk for 6 minutes straight. I don't think.
Fair enough.
What part do we need to go over the beginning again? Maybe, so everybody knows what's going on. What part did you guys actually, because the players do need to hear that, what part did you guys actually get in on? I see some of you were commenting in the chat, so some of y'all heard the Dank stuff. Sounds like the stuff at the power plant. You guys heard about the other case after that, I think, too, and then the twins.
Yeah, I heard all of those things.
The first part was basically just like a gimmick intro here. I can read
Oh, the
this.
one you played the other time with like the "we don't play blah blah blah" kind of music here, then it plays Imagine Dragons.
It was a different here.
There's a difference in song.
Audience, we're just gonna get here. This time I'll just play it through the Discord for you guys, all right?
All right.
You're listening to WBRK Cleveland. The year is 2023. The robot uprising has been won. Prepare to be exterminated.
Shut up, you ugly bitch!
You're listening to WBRK.
Alrighty, you're listening to WBRK in the mornings. I'm your temporary host filling in today for Dogwoods, who apparently has run into some trouble with the AI uprising.
What the dog doing?
Hope you all are enjoying your drive into work this morning. Let's go over a few of the local news stories today real quick, shall we? All right, so that was basically the...
That was pretty good, yeah. I like that a lot.
That was good.
Shit.
All right. I like doing those. I don't know why, but I really like have fun doing
Totally
this.
run an online radio station.
All right, so
They'd be great for podcast intros too.
Yeah.
okay, so we have this shot panning across the city while we were hearing this radio intro. And we fade in, I think, on a hotel. Maybe. Let me fix this. The Zoom's being all crazy. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna need a second to grab your tokens. I'm sorry.
All right.
Pretty new backgrounds. We get pretty new backgrounds.
Why? Okay. So a couple things I want to fill you guys in on. It's been probably, I would say, a couple days, maybe 2 or 3 days that you guys have been here. When you did wake up, you probably woke up in presumably your bed. Maybe in a place you've never been before, but the bed is yours, whether that's a tent, an apartment, a hotel room, whatever. We'll get to that. But for now, we fade into a hotel room where Derrin is on the phone. Work. Sorry, there we go. With his sister, Jennifer.
Okay.
We see you staying there in a hotel room on the phone, and first thing we hear is Jennifer's voice, and she says, yeah, so we're going to be in town here in a few minutes. I heard you were going to be in Cleveland, so I thought maybe we could hang out, spend some time together before I head over to this mental health facility.
Yeah, my work just happened to bring me over here.
Oh, really? That seems kind of odd. What do they have you traveling for?
Oh, I travel pretty regularly, this and that. They've got me here talking to some people about the local museum.
Okay. I guess it makes sense. Cleveland just didn't really seem like the center of art and culture, I guess.
Hey, don't let my boss hear you say that.
Fair enough. Well, I'll grab Daniel, and what do you think? We'll meet you on Church Street?
Sure, I'll have to just plug that in. Not been here long.
All right, sounds good. We should be there in about half an hour.
All right, see you then, Jenny.
See you soon. And the phone line disconnects. We get our first view of the hotel room. Maybe we were focused on your face.
Yeah, I think
before.
he definitely stares at the phone a little longer than what would be normal after the call.
Yeah, what is the general atmosphere of this room you've been in for a couple days? What does it look like? What are you how are you dressed? Like what do we see?
Uh Probably pretty chaotic at the moment. I think all of the drawers are like pulled out and like everything is kind of ransacked. It almost looks like somebody went through here that was like taking things, except that was entirely Derrin.
Okay. Like it's been ransacked a little bit.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Do you have like papers out laid out on tables, that kind of stuff?
Probably if I have. I think the only things that I would kind of have out would probably be kind of other uh information, things for like the future, but things that I've never like I don't remember doing.
Fair enough.
Plans for future heists that like I never had planned on doing, basically.
Yeah, okay. I like that. Like little drawing boards, maybe like some little blueprint diagrams with like lines drawn on them as like a walking path or something. I
Right.
I dig that. All right. Is there anything you'd
Oh,
like
there's
to
probably also some information on the in-law that is in the hospital.
Yeah, yeah, okay, I like this. So maybe we see like a printed off internet search where you've looked up their name and their history and like
Maybe even a little deeper than that.
okay, okay. I like
Just
that.
because technically I might have some resources that can, look into some stuff.
Yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's give this guy a name. It's her father-in-law.
Got it.
Let's see here. His name is it's a little too common. I don't know. John's a little too common.
I would say I believe. Let me make sure with my backstory. I didn't specify, but I'm pretty sure I actually had the husband, the new husband, being black, so that might help narrow down some names.
Okay. All right. His name is I'm gonna name him after a good friend of mine. A guy I actually looked up to for a long time, worked with for a long time. His name's Antoine Riley.
All right.
Here, I'll spell it for you. Okay. So yeah, we see this picture of this guy, in like his name and like some information about him. And here. He's an older guy. He looks fit. He's bald. He's clean shaven. And in the like headshot, he's wearing a like a suit and tie.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah. And okay, so we see this. We see like some information about him, where it's like, and then at the bottom we see like mental health history, and then we see like a long list of stuff like incident report number, blah blah blah. And then we pan back over to you. What is there anything you'd like to do before you get ready to leave?
Uh, is a good question. I would probably, I would probably try and contact my team a little bit. I don't think that they're, like I said, this isn't a job place, I don't think, but they would still be like around, not really around here, of course, but I mean like around in general, listening to like, calls and stuff. And I figure it might not be a bad idea to get any assistance that I can. Mostly since I am not great with fighting, I would probably call the like hitter on my team that is better at doing that stuff. Just in case I don't like, because I don't know where everybody else is, unfortunately. So I got to kind of take care of myself first.
All right. Okay. So what's that look like? You pull out your phone, you make a call?
Yeah, I don't know that it would be a terribly like interesting call. It'd mostly be like, hey, I'm here. Maybe head over here or keep an eye out for me.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we might just get like a simple like "will do" or "see you there," or maybe we just don't hear anything. We just like see you pick up the phone, say that, and then we see you like hit the end call button or something.
Yeah, I'm technically like the sort of brains, so they might just, think that he's being weird, but okay.
Yeah. All right. All right. Fair enough. Do we presumably see you like head out, going to meet your sister?
Uh I think I would do the little meditation thing first, but then I would head out.
Yeah, I like that. I tell you what. Make a roll.
Okay. Let's see. What do I think I have one from the mayor there. Let me look at my last sheet. I didn't put those in my list. Oh, but now it's acting up for me. Give me just a second.
No worries. Oh man, I'm catching up with the chaos. By the way, if you're watching, you too can be a part of the chaos in the Discord. It's free. Watch on YouTube. The link's in the description.
Giant.
I'll link it for you in the Twitch chat.
All right. So 2G survival adaptation would be good for the actual like thing, and then I think I have. Let's see. Possibly attention to detail. And I think those would be my two. Would those both work?
Yeah. Sure.
Cool.
Critical success rule of threes. So what is your
Nice.
goal here? Is it just to like focus or calm yourself?
Definitely, yeah. He's definitely trying to calm himself down. He really feels like this is a very weird situation, and he feels like he needs to be calm to kind of, because nobody is like treating this as weird. So I think he definitely wants to be calm to kind of like make sure he can act well under pressure.
Yeah. You do feel calm. You feel very uh safe and like in control. Um More than you should. And you're probably aware of that. You also get a strange sort of sensation or sense of almost like something pulling you in a direction. It seems like it's pulling you towards the like the corner of the room, like not physically, but just like something drawing your attention in that direction. Um, but you realize it's like it's definitely beyond the corner of the room. It's like somewhere
Okay.
in the distance. But it's that direction. Like if we were to say like northeast or something like that.
When I get done with the kind of meditation, can I like look up a map and kind of see what's in that direction that might be kind of in that like range of what I'm feeling?
Absolutely. Do you pull out like a paper map or do you just like pull it up on your phone or what, how do you do it?
Uh I think Darren would be the type to have a paper map.
All right. Yeah, okay. So we see like go over to like a bookshelf that's kind of in disarray. Pull out like a paper map for Cleveland, unfold it on one of the tables, maybe over the top of that paper we saw earlier on with the guy's name, Antoine Riley, and then it's like his information on the same table. Yeah, and we see you like pull out like a pen or something and you find your location. Maybe this is something you've done before. Maybe you've already circled your location like you are here on the map or something.
Definitely, because this would be like a safe house, so I wouldn't necessarily like, 100% know right exactly where I am at all times. I'd probably, be able to cross-reference other things, but having a spot where it's like, hey, you're here, is really helpful on maps you're not looking at very often.
Yeah. I mean, it could have even been something that you did when you first woke up in this room, just because you weren't sure where you were.
Very true, very true.
Um, so yeah, we see you pull out this map, and then when you see like tracing the direction, you're feeling the pull like a line, and we see it like intersecting. It just like goes across the street, over some buildings, several blocks away, and then you see it intersect with a street, and the street name is written right where the line you're drawing is, and it says Church Street.
Yeah, he definitely like tilts his head at that, kind of taps his finger on the street name, and yeah, then I guess he kind of leaves the map there and goes to get ready.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. We fade. Here, let me get some dramatic background music going for us like usual here. We fade to a park. Let me just do it this way. You're already laughing. That's good. I guess. I guess it's a good thing. I don't know. Here, let me get your token.
It's terrifying.
Stuff ready. And okay, here, let me bring you guys over here. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. So we like crossfade to this park, and we see like a tent set up in the grass, and a familiar looking woman standing beside the tent or like coming out of the tent. And again, this is like a very public, like metropolitan park. We have a greenway here in Nashville. I don't know if you guys have one where you're at, but it's very public park, we'll say. What's happening when we fade in on you, Naela?
Yeah, at least she thought to get a tent.
Getting out her daily smoke. Come on, she either got it from somebody or stole it. Don't even play.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. You probably could find something to smoke around here. Like there's there's other people who frequent the park. I think if you could probably find something. What do you look like when we see you? Like, are you dirty? Are you like are you wearing rags or like what are you wearing? Jeans? Like what's going on? What do we see?
She probably has some like holes in her jeans, kind of not the cleanest. Looks like it's been a while since she's had a proper bath. But overall seems to be pretty mellow. Eyes are probably red. And probably like dirt and stuff throughout her hair and her clothes and such. Cause hi, I live in a tent.
Yeah, why not?
This is the life for me.
So yeah, we see like coming out of your tent, eyes red. We see like another tent or two tents, like I don't know, a few dozen yards away, next to a bush. And there's two guys already standing outside their tent, and they seem to be like picking up clothes or maybe packing them away. When they see you, they both kind of give you like mean looks, like they're not happy to see you.
I'm gonna give them a come over here, fuck around, find out look, I guess. Like, I was here first, you bitch.
Yeah, they both kind of shake their heads, and one of them says something, but it's kind of mumbled, and he's far enough away that you don't really get the gist of what he's saying. But he doesn't look happy. But he goes back to picking up his stuff. Just as that happens, another person comes walking through the area. Older gentleman. He's wearing like I guess like a suit with like a white coat over the top of it.
You mean like a lab coat?
Yeah. And he's got like a gray beard. He's wearing like decently nice glasses. And he's like walking on the sidewalk through like from one end of the park through the other to go out the other side, but he's walking right by you. And you recognize him.
Just kind of quietly earnest, and just kind of makes herself seen, or like she's letting him know she's there and is trying to speak with him.
Yeah, so like he kind of furrows his brow and turns his head when you say his name. And his glasses kind of like fall down to the tip of his nose, and he looks over the top of his glasses at you. And he says, "Sorry, do I know you? Are you one of the patients?"
Ooh, that was a blow. Oh, God. Oh, I almost feel like that would be a stress test.
Yeah, do you think so?
Probably because she, as far as she's aware, since she was younger as a kid, she woke up out of the darkness and he was there.
Yeah.
And now he has no idea who she is.
So helplessness probably would be the check. You think it would be particularly hard? I don't know. I was thinking 3 dice, but you think 4 dice might be a more appropriate DC?
Probably.
All right. So here's your DC. $10.
Oh, shit. That's 7,
It's 11.
8, 11, yeah.
You have an increased helplessness, is that right?
Yep, I've had it since the first beginning.
Right on. That's good. Okay, so yeah, you're fine. Like it hurts as you realize like he doesn't even seem to recognize you. Something seems kind of off about him. Obviously. Like he seems like he doesn't recognize you. He seems a little nervous too, like he's kind of fidgety, a little bit out of it. Like he seems genuinely confused.
Does he have all of his past memories, or does that seem to be completely gone?
Try to get a read on him. You can make a roll. I don't know if you have anything that'll help you.
What do you think would work for that?
Just be like basically like an insight check. Anything that would involve like people skills or reading people, body language, stuff like that. Intuition, maybe. You have any skills related to stuff like that?
I have observation.
Observation would help you here, I think. Okay, success. All right. So you're trying to tell if he has his memories. Yeah, he doesn't seem to recognize you outside of where he's seeing you now, right? Like he asked if you were one of the patients, which means
Yeah, so kind of what my idea for this is even if it's not me within the memory, but I know something that most people don't, that he would kind of piece together that I at least know him and mean no threat to him, if that makes sense.
I mean, it's possible that you could reach him. So the way this sort of strikes you is like when he would have episodes before, right? And sometimes he would like forget where he was or what he was doing. It kind of rings true to that. Now, like sometimes you could like, it was as simple as reminding him of something and you could like snap him out of whatever sort of like delusion he was slipping into. But it feels very much like that. It feels very much like his mind is a bit clouded right now. It's possible the memories are still there. They're just under the surface and you can't access it right now. But it wouldn't be impossible for you to reach him. You can try.
I think that that's what she would try to do, is to kind of break through to him, if only a sliver. So just first off, kind of standing like as non-threatening as she possibly can be. And it's just kind of like me and you used to help save people from difficult situations.
Make a roll. This would be like persuasion, probably. Convince kind of roll.
Sorry, I'm looking, I swear.
I think it will be contested.
All right. Don't have anything, so I'm just gonna do a straight roll.
Oh wow, I'm so sorry. His roll should not. His roll should have been 3 dice, not 6. Let me do that right. That's my bad.
Oh,
Meets it, beats it.
Okay. Yeah. Meets it.
I like
beats
how
it.
y'all both rolled the exact same too.
Literally.
Okay, so you meet it, beat it. I mean, I could say you're tied here, you're like locked. So here's what happens. Like there's a moment where he gets a familiar look in his eye, like he recognizes you, like he's remembering something. And he kind of squints and stares at you for a minute, for maybe it's just a few seconds, but it seems like a long time. And then he sort of like shakes his head, like he's trying to jostle himself. So he shakes his head side to side and he says, sorry, I'm late for work. And he points to the edge of the park and he says, I really should be going.
I'm about to make myself look like a fucking lunatic, so I can stick with this man. What would a mentally crazed person do?
just check the chaos.
Yeah. Just Naela acting completely bonkers, kind of pretending like she's tripping, but she's not. So effectively lying, but is kind of trying to get herself admitted so she can stay near Ernest.
Okay, so you're gonna try to get yourself admitted. Yeah, I mean, you probably noticed that like across the streets, probably like this mental health facility. How are you gonna try to get yourself admitted? Like, what do you do? Do you follow after him as he starts to like continue walking? What do you do? You You like run up and hit him? I mean, that might get you.
No, I am not hitting him. Oh, I'm gonna act like there's voices on the inside of my head.
Okay.
Like, so kind of
like normal, you mean?
Yeah, pretty much, but kind of like playing into a possible schizophrenic type
Okay.
of like, no, I can't do that. Stop yelling at me type things.
Sure. Okay. So you want us to try to start acting like a crazy person, start talking to yourself, that kind of stuff.
But clearly loud enough to where he can hear me.
Yeah, yeah.
Stage whisper.
Yeah. Make this would be like a performance or acting roll.
Is this also contested?
No. I'll not contest it. I just want to see if you can do a success or a fail.
Oh, I'm redoing that.
So you're spending an influence point to re-roll that?
Yes, I need to scroll up so I can mark the influence.
Yeah, no problem.
Wait, what would failing that bad on trying to act crazy look like?
Look like you're talking on a Bluetooth headset.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know.
No! Time.
Oh, goodness.
That's a fail.
I'm suffering.
Never had somebody try so hard to look crazy.
So maybe it's like you try to come up with an idea for how to do this effectively, but you struggle to. Like you start to say something.
Yeah, no, I really just fuck up.
What the fuck? Okay.
Oh no.
You know what happens? I'm keeping it.
One crazy person in this party.
Yeah, she just appears perfectly sane.
He just says, I am mentally insane. Ma'am, you are the most sane person I've met today. Sit the fuck down. Wait, what was that skill?
Well, it's like an acting or like performance role would have been the skill, but
-1 to performance.
Wow. I mean, critical failure. That's the first actual player critical failure we've had stick in a long time, I think.
I was about to say, in a long time, yeah. We have had some stick, but yeah, not for a while.
Critical fail on acting insane.
Yeah. So what would that look like?
I don't have a fucking clue.
I mean, is this the kind of situation in you give her what she wants, but in a bad way?
Yeah.
Like he can tell she's clearly faking.
Yeah.
Like she tries to act crazy.
Okay. I got it.
Throwing a tantrum or something.
I got it.
No. Like it's super obvious that she's faking acting crazy.
He's like, he like stops and turns back and looks at you with this like disgusted look on his face, right? And he's like, "Look, you can try to play it up all you want. We're not going to give you any more free drugs." And he just like turns around.
Damn.
And he just like turns around and like walks towards the
all right, give me another stress. Give me another one, because that was a pretty big blow from him. He is the only person who I feel could actually fucking just demolish her feelings.
All right, you're still doing all right though. You're still doing all right.
That made my heart hurt.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, I can't.
I'm suffering. I'm so upset.
Yeah. So we see him like walk away to the facility, like, and presumably like walk in, Is there anything else you want to do? Like the camera can stay here with you for a minute if there's anything else that you want to do. You can try to follow after him. You could sneak in if you wanted to. Like what, up to you.
Well, I feel like if I snuck in, it would freak him out.
There is something that you notice, like as he walks away, like you feel, you feel something pulling you toward him. Like you feel like you're utterly aware of him.
Like I'm supposed to follow him.
Yeah, almost like you're drawn to him, sort of. Supposed to is kind of a strong word, but even like once he's gone in the building, like you can almost like still feel him.
Yeah, I guess I'll follow him.
All right. Do you just like walk in the front door of the building, or?
Hell no, we're going in through the back door.
Right, so
we're sneaking up in here.
All right. Make a stealth roll. To Heidi. See if you can get in.
God, I am fixing this.
You
You're not going to be able to fix it for much longer.
You got 6
The
dice.
dice god said,
Still
no,
critically
not
failed.
tonight.
I'm suffering.
There we go.
Okay, savvy success. All right. So, how do you successfully like sneak into the building? Do we see you like we go to the back door and like is it already propped open because you like wedge something in to keep it open before, or like what is it? What do we see here? Or maybe
you
there's
said
like
that said that you originally said that we were here for a couple days, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the first time she has seen him?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Depending on if there's a lock on it or something, she would probably try to lock pick the lock.
Tell you what. Make a normal roll first. This has nothing to do with lockpicking. I just want to see how optimal the situation is when you walk up to the back door. This isn't you being spotted or anything either. You're going to be stealthed regardless.
Just is the door locked?
Okay. So yeah, okay. So you're crouched, you like come around the corner of the building, you take a look, and there's like the back door is there. It's shut tight. And like outside the back door, there's like one of those like there's like
e-card readers.
Yeah, like an e-card reader, yeah. And there's like a flat square stone, like almost like patio. And on the patio is like a picnic table, but it's made out of metal. And it's like that metal that's like coated in thick plastic and it's like wiry, so like it's like a picnic table, but you could like stick your fingers in between it and stuff. Does that make sense?
Spend an influence point to alter the scene. The door is propped open by a door jamb.
All right, fair enough. You can do that. Yeah, the door's propped open with like a rubber door stopper.
There's a recently put out cigarette still smoldering on the ground.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So that's what I was having her roll for, actually, was to see if there's like somebody out there smoking when she came around the corner.
Had enough bad luck so far.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. The door's propped open. There's a still smoldering cigarette on the ground. You like come around the corner, and I guess we see you like take a peek in, make sure the coast is clear, right? There's like there's a hallway, and there's nobody in the immediate hallway, but you can hear voices like down the hallway. And we see like a plexiglass that goes from like a counter up to the ceiling on one side of the hallway, like down towards the end. And we just see you like walk in. Kind of like there's an empty like hospital room to one side immediately as soon as you enter the hallway. So, like the lights are off, there's nobody in there. And so like maybe we see like walk in the hallway and then duck in that room really quick just so you got like a second to sort
to
of
assess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular you want to do here?
Build the drugs.
Just kind of look around without hopefully being seen and trying to figure out kind of which rooms he visits or his break times or whatever, things like that. Just trying to know where he is and what he's doing.
Okay. So the first thing you want to do is figure out where he is, what he's doing.
Yes.
Right. Make a observation or perception, listening roll.
Stop!
You keep rolling bad, Naela.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Okay.
I'm gonna use all my goddamn things.
So
yeah, because we can't help much.
You spent 2 influence points, 2 more influence points there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
How many do you have left?
4.
Okay. You still got quite a bit.
Jesus.
It's a lot, yeah. All right. Savvy success. All right, so we see you like you duck in this dark room, and then we see you like put your back to the door. You're like getting as close to the door as you can so you can listen into the hallway. And yeah, you hear his voice talking to somebody. And you like lean and peek out just enough so you can get a look down the hallway, and you see him standing at the edge of that counter. It's like plexiglass from the counter up to the ceiling, and he's talking to someone on the other side of that plexiglass. You can only see like half his face because he's sort of obscured by the like counter itself. It bends around a corner. And he's got like a chart, it's like a clipboard chart in one hand. He's like holding sort of sticking out from his chest where you can kind of read it. And in his other hand, he's got a pen. And he's like tapping the pen to his lower lip, and laughing, like he just told a joke or something. You can hear 2 other people laughing behind the counter. One's a man, one's a woman. And he says, "All right, I guess I'll go. I gotta meet with this patient, see what's going on with this weird story. Somebody was, I don't know, talking to themselves or something. They were admitted just to make sure that they were okay. I'm just gonna go see if I can clear her and get her out of here, so we can move on to other more important things. What room is she in again? The name was under Cassidy Williams. And then we hear a pause, and then we hear a voice from behind the counter be like, "Oh, it's room 203 or something like that." And he nods, and he says, "Guess I'll head upstairs then." And then he starts to walk away down the other hallway. So like he's walking across the hallway you're looking down, and he glances in your direction. Make a contested check, please.
Oh shit.
I don't think he can beat you here. Yeah. So we see him like glance down this hallway really quick as he like turns around, and you just like duck back behind the door. He doesn't see you. And then he just like keeps walking down this hallway that you saw him heading towards. We hear like his boots like or shoes like clicking on the floor. But you did get some information there. Apparently, Cassidy is here too.
I am going to follow him
Yeah, let me bring you to
quietly and
with the
sneakily.
hilarious like mishaps that have happened. All I had through running through my head is the Pink Panther theme.
Yeah.
Thank. Thank you.
Yeah, so we see you we see you come out of the dark room as he like walks off down the hallway and go after him. You sneak by like the counter where there's like two people sitting and talking.
I'm so short compared to everyone else. It probably isn't hard.
I'll give you a +1. You're using the counter as cover, and they're also not really paying attention. They're more focused on their own conversation, but they'll also get a +1 because there's two of them.
Is this contested or normal?
It'll be contested. But, you know, you can still, like, re-roll and stuff on it, just like normal. So 20. Holy crap. She's a god. Okay.
Sneaky bitch! 3-foot bitch!
She melted into the damn shadows is what she did.
Yeah. So, yeah, we see you, like, come up on the counter. Like, yeah, I mean, you basically can, like, look over the top of the counter at them and they just don't see you. They're too busy. They're distracted by whatever silly conversation they were having, like that joke he just told a minute ago. They're still laughing at it or something like that.
Yeah.
While she's tiptoeing her like face up above the counter.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't see you. And we see like sneak across the hallway, and as soon as you go around the corner, you're out of sight from them. And yeah, you see as soon as you come around the corner to go down the hallway he was going down, you see a door at the end of the hallway closing. And it says like stairwell on the door. You start heading down that hallway, presumably.
Yeah, is there a different way to get to the same room that he's going to, or would I actually have to completely follow him?
Actually, I take that back. You see, when you come around the corner, you see the elevator door closing with him in it. And he's like looking down at his chart, and he's not looking up at you at all. He's looking down at his chart, but you see him in the elevator as it's closing. And then next to the elevator, you see a door that's a stairwell door. So you can go up a separate way if you want to.
I'm gonna take the stairwell.
Sure.
Zippity zoop up the stairs.
Yeah. Fair enough. So we see you go down the hallway, open up the stairwell door, go up the stairwell. Yeah, that sounds all echoey in the stairwell because it's all like concrete. But yeah, you go up to the second floor, open the door.
Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Everybody
Oh god, that's terrifying.
The dinosaur. The chaos is crazy right now. Yeah, you can hear like the sound of a couple people talking, and it's kind of muffled by like closed doors. But yeah, you're standing there at the end of the hall for a moment when you hear a ding and like an elevator door starts to open.
I'm gonna like hide behind a counter or a really tall shelf or something.
Sure. Make another stealth check. Contested, I guess.
I am a god.
Yeah. He doesn't spot you. So he
the
like
shadows.
comes out of the elevator, and maybe he like walks right by you as you duck behind a cupboard or something. And he continues down this hallway, and you see him stop at room like 203 or whatever the room it was he's going to. And he reaches in his pocket, he pulls out a set of keys. You notice that like there's a window on the room, but it's barred. Like there's glass, but it's also barred. There's a curtain on the inside, I think. It'd probably be the outside, to be honest. But it's closed. But there's also like bars on the window. Like it's like glass with like the wire inside of it and stuff, like secured glass or whatever. He reaches his pocket, pulls out a set of keys, and like unlocks the door.
So before he completely opens the door, I want him to open it wide enough to where I can possibly squeeze through. But effectively, what I'm going to do is kind of distract him, whether it be like screaming, throwing something in a general direction to get him to go in that direction, so that way I can sneak up on in Cassidy's room and hide in there.
Okay. So the plan.
I have distraction for this.
Yeah. But the plan, the plan is to wait until he unlocks the door and then throw something to make a noise, so he goes and investigates it.
Yeah, pretty much. So that way, all I have to do is open it, slide in there, hide somewhere, and hopefully have enough time to be like, Cass, it's me, Naela. Don't tell Ernest I'm in here. I'll be here somewhere, probably under the bed. I don't know.
All right. Okay, so we seem like unlock the door. What is it you're throwing down the hallway? Like,
my fucking god!
How do you do this?
Done. Something heavy enough to make a loud noise, but not enough to like cause serious damage.
Okay. So did you like open up the cupboard and just like grab the first thing you see in the cupboard, or
probably?
All right. So you open up the cupboard and you see like like a couple towels, some sheets, and like above the shelf above that there's like some cleaning supplies. So there's definitely a cleaning solution, like stuff for the floor, like and then there's like spray stuff. There's probably also be some like fragrancy stuff, and there's like a box of that powder they put on throw up and stuff, but there's like you could definitely like grab like a cleaning supply canister or something and just like chuck it into a room if you wanted to.
I'd probably also scream to make it sound like there was trouble or something. Since I don't really have a lot to work with, if that makes sense.
I mean, the scream is gonna come from you, so that'll like alert anyone. Like if people are he could turn and look and just like see you if you scream.
Okay, then we'll just stick with throwing things.
Sure. So yeah, we see you like grab like I don't know, like a bottle of Pine Sol or something out of the cupboard and just like chuck it into a room. We hear like a crashing sound. Maybe the sound of like a glass breaking. Like a glass being knocked off a counter or something. Yeah. It gets his attention for sure, but let's see what he does. He's about to go into the room. He turns his head and looks, like he hears the sound coming from the room you threw the thing into, and he turns and looks at the room. And as soon as he looks, we see the bottle of Pine Sol like roll to the corner of the door in that room and like hit the door and stop. And when we can hear like the sound of something metal like and round, coming to a stop on the tile inside that room. Like wow, 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 you know what I mean? Until it stops, like a metal tray or something.
Yeah.
And he starts to walk in that direction. Like for a second, he leaves his key in the door. And then he kind of like, and he comes back and he like grabs his key in the door and turns it the other way and pulls the key out, puts it back in his pocket. Then he goes to check that room out. So we see him like walk down the hallway. He's kind of a little bit apprehensive. Like he's got the clipboard tucked under one of his shoulders now, and he's kind of like going slow and sticking his head out and like trying to get a view into the room before he walks in.
While he's doing that, in this kind of area or what have you, is it a different set of keys? Because this did not go the way that I expected it to.
Well, he just remembered to relock the door before he went and looked. Is all that happened.
Yeah, that's the problem. I need keys to get in there, or I'm gonna rip the fucking door off the hinges, and they're gonna know something's up.
You do notice it's not like a key. It's not like an electronic key reader on this door. It's like a key, a lock you could pick.
All right, I'll try to pick it.
Yeah, all right. So we see you like pull out like a bobby pin or something. You can give it a shot. Make a lock pick roll. Mechanics would also apply here, I think.
You know what? I'm gonna make a memory for that.
All right, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So, how many memory points are you spending?
How much is it for a +1?
I think it's 2. 2 for +1, 3 for +2, 5 for +3. Is that the way it works?
I'll do a +1 for
You guys
now.
You guys let me know if that's wrong. The players are gonna know better than I would.
Because I usually do +3s, but I'm not really supposed to be a lock picker, but we're here now.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, okay.
You remember Dank picking a lock.
Do you know what you want the memory to be, or do you want to write it later?
I'll probably have to write it later, but the general idea is that, like, I was moving about when all of a sudden I got this enticing smell coming from a home, and I was so hungry, I used my claw to open the door. And I snuck in and ate the food or something like that. Kind of like the Three Bears situation, except in animal form.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. All right, cool. So, yeah, we see you go up to the door as he like walks in the room. He like turns the light on in this room as he walks in. We see you like go up to the door, you lockpick it, you open the door, you go in, and as soon as you close the door, we see him coming out of the room. But he doesn't walk straight to the room he was about to go into. Instead, he walks over to like a phone on the wall, and calls downstairs and is like calling for someone to come up and clean up this mess. He's like, oh, somebody made this mess in one of these rooms up here. I don't know what happened, but there's pints all over the place or whatever. And so like he's having a conversation with somebody about like sending a janitor up here or whatever. While that's going on, you get into this room, and it's basically just like a room with like
padded walls.
Yeah, I mean the walls might be slightly padded. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's fair. We can do the padded room thing. Sure. There is a window on the room, but it's got curtains over from the outside. So you can't really see out the window right now. But yeah, white room, padded, very soft floor. And
Hate all of you.
sitting
I
in
hate all of you.
sitting in the center of the room, wearing a jacket that seems to have her arms kind of restricted, is Cassidy. Let me grab her token. Sorry. We're back. All right, let me paste her here. Cassidy, what do you look like when we see you for the first time?
Well, unless somebody's been doing it specifically, the hair is probably not in the pigtails. It's probably in a single ponytail or braid for simplicity's sake. She is not happy.
I imagine so, yeah.
She is going to most likely be in the far back corner, and it is very much a when Naela comes in, a if looks could kill look. Naela would be flat on the floor dead.
All right, well, Naela, that's what you walk in on. What do you do?
What's funny is I don't even think Naela really knows how they got here. Because the Leviathan had complete control of everything. And so she just kind of woke up here and was a hippie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're not even sure how you got here.
I have no fucking clue how I or anyone else got here. I have no idea what's happening except for, oh shit. How did we get here?
What did Levi do to me this time?
Pretty much. Just kind of looking down at herself and then looking back at Cass and just kind of being like, what? Why? How?
So what? You some new kind of doctor or something?
Do I look like a doctor?
No, but they insist I'm crazy. Just because they can't see the robot.
Weight Watcher?
Yeah, I think that's what he responds to.
Oh no, honey, you're not crazy for that. He's actually real.
God damn it, there it goes again.
Where's he hiding?
The
Gestures with their head.
Yeah, the sound comes from up in like one of the corners of the room. You look up and Weight Watcher's just like perched on the ceiling, just like he was in the bunker.
Just kind of doing a quick wave to him.
Yeah. Probably would respond, I would think.
Naela, welcome. Is there any way you can help use her? Cassidy. She seems to be troubled. Heart rate is elevated.
I'm gonna help get her out once Ernest is finished with his quote unquote questionings. but I'm gonna stay in here. If you allow me, kind of looks at Cassidy.
It's like a padded room. Where are you gonna hide?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere to hide in here.
The ceiling.
It's also padded. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be. It would
Couldn't be for fire safety reasons.
Yeah, so it'd probably be like one of those drop ceilings where you could like push up a tile and crawl up inside. I'd imagine.
Would I recognize the name Ernest?
Yeah, for sure. Like you remember
Okay.
everything.
Well, I mean, with what we know about Ernest and everything, would that be the name he's going by?
Strangely enough, it is the name he's going by here. Yeah.
She just like looks at Naela and is like, "You want to sit on that quack?"
Look, we need to get the band back together and we gotta get out of here. We gotta go home.
Band?
Not a actual band, it's a figure of speech.
No, she's looking at Naela like completely confused, like she's crazy. Like she's the crazy one in the situation.
Like she forgot everything in the first one. She's gonna forget everything now. Look, me and you are good friends. Or at least we used to be. And there's a few other people that we used to hang out with in this city, I'm guessing. So, after Ernest is done with his questionings for you for the day, I need to get you and him and find the others, and we need to go home.
Yeah. I think you found the wrong person. I mean, cool that you can see the robot and all. That's great. I mean, I was kind of questioning my own sanity there for a hot second because of him. But once you sit in and find out what he's questioning me for, you may want to rethink this whole you and me being friends thing. But yeah, go ahead. I don't really see a place that you can hide, but I mean, if you want to try, all the luck to you.
Kind of eye rolls and is like, this whole situation is gonna be a great time. How tall is the ceiling?
Well, it'd probably be a little bit taller than normal, just because they'd want to make sure nobody like reaches up and fucks with the lights or anything. I'd imagine. But not like 20-foot tall or anything. So maybe just about 10 foot, maybe a little bit taller. But you can climb up. Like you're pretty strong. You're pretty fit. You could climb up there, kick off the wall or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up there and hide within the ceiling.
All right. Make athletics check roll and stealth roll. I'm sure you'll do fine on the stealth, at least. You're probably good on the athletics too.
I need my other page. Yup. Okay. Get out of the way. Here's my stealth.
Oh,
All right, I'll burn one more.
all right.
There we
All
go.
right. Here's my athletics.
All right. Look at
Oh.
that. All right. So yeah, you just like wall run up the wall, basically.
He's just jumping off shit.
Yeah, you just like
Just little cushions.
free run up into the ceiling, no problem, barely making noise. You can tuck the tile back down, but you could also like leave it pulled up just a tad so you can like peek through the crack and see what's going on.
Yeah, I would like to peek and see what's happening.
Yeah, no problem. Just as soon,
Cassidy's just watching from her corner.
yeah. Just as soon as you get up in the ceiling, we hear keys at the door. And then the door opens and we hear Ernest be like, "Huh, I thought I left it locked. It's weird." Well, hey, good morning, Cassidy.
Losing your mind, old man?
It's very funny. Well, I was hoping that we could have a quick discussion and maybe we'll get to the bottom of what you're doing here today, and then if everything goes okay, we can get you on your way. Does that sound like a plan?
We both know why we're here. Don't play coy with me.
Right. Okay. He like makes a note on the clipboard. All right. Well, and then we fade across the building to back to the front door. We see Derrin walking in with his sister and nephew.
Okay. I'm probably carrying Daniel.
Okay.
Not that he's like, super, super young, but like, like train, piggyback sort of thing.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. So yeah, we see the group of you walk in the front door. Jennifer says, "Here, I'll just go ahead and check us in at the front desk. Just give me a moment." And she like walks over to the front desk. What do you do?
Do I feel any of that feeling again?
You do. You've been feeling it the whole time. And as you got closer to this building, it felt like you were getting closer and closer. Right now, it feels like it's coming from pretty much directly above you.
Okay. I guess I will see. Would I have had on my record like what room Antoine was in?
Yeah, your sister might have told you. I think she had the room number. It's going to be room 205.
Okay. So yeah, once I realize, we're going to go up there for that, I will just kind of stick with them for a little bit as we head up there. And kind of when we do get kind of closer, I'll kind of have Daniel get down and kind of let my sister know I'm going to run off to the restroom, probably, kind of as an excuse. And yeah, I'm going to snoop on wherever I feel whatever the thing is, because it's a weird feeling.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, they have like a little, so basically the front desk directs your sister and y'all up to the second story, where they have like a little waiting room off to one side with like stuff like those little bead things on the long metal wires. They're all curved in different shapes for the kid to play with. You know what I mean?
Right.
So stuff like that to keep Daniel busy.
The dentist's office toy.
Yeah, and the like waiting area is right next to the room that Jennifer's heading to. So on one side of this like waiting cubby hole is like room 205, and on the other side of the cubby hole, on the same side of the hallway, is room 203. So, yeah, you feel the pull coming from the other room, the room that she's not heading to. But yeah,
Right.
she like gets checked in or whatever, and she's probably like, fine, that's okay. I'll keep an eye on him while we're waiting to see if we can get in there. I think the doctor's with him right now. Or maybe as soon as she says that, doctor's like, all right, Jennifer, you can come on in now and see Antoine. And
Okay.
yeah, so you got time to go look around. Yeah, you feel the pull coming from that room. When you approach it, you know there's a glass. You can tell there's a window on the room, but there's a curtain over it from outside. What do you do? You hear voices, kind of muffled voices coming from inside the room.
I mean, I'll do some of what I do best, which is eavesdropping.
Right on. Yeah, so you sit there and listen. You can make a roll, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna do awesome on this. So
Yeah, I bend down to tie my shoelace, basically, even though it is already tied.
Sure.
Because yeah, I have trained ear at a 3, so I assume that'll give me my max.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
The rolls today are weird, you guys.
I just gotta say no.
Yeah, no shit.
Dang.
I guess I'll use my 1 influence point to reroll that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that.
There we go.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you hear from inside the room, you hear Ernest's voice first. And he says, so why don't we talk about the incident that brought you here? If that's all right with you. Why don't you tell me exactly what happened?
What do you want me to say? The stupid thing up there won't leave me alone.
He doesn't look up to the corner of the room. He just kind of stares at you with this like plain look on his face, and he says, Cassidy, there's nothing there.
You won't even look to verify.
Would it make you feel better if I did?
Yes.
He like half-heartedly glances, like for like not even a full second. Like his eyes just go that direction. His head doesn't even move. And straight back to you. And he says, like I said, nothing there. Happy now?
Like I said, nobody believes me. You all just think I'm crazy. I know I'm not. That's what you all want me to think anyways. So that way y'all can pump out normal members of society.
He says, Cassie, believe it or not, I don't think that you're lying about this. I've been looking over your history, and it seems to be a bit complicated. What kinds of medications have you been prescribed in the past?
I don't bother to remember. I never take them anyways.
Well, you see, that may be the problem. While I understand that some medications may not make you feel good or maybe have negative side effects, but it's important to try. And if something doesn't work out, we can always switch over to a new medication, find something that makes you feel a little bit better, but still helps with these delusions you're suffering from.
Oh, so we've moved on to delusions now.
He says, I understand that you really do see things, and you believe that what you're seeing is real. but it simply isn't, Cassidy. That's what you need to try to understand.
You see, I'd have a better time kind of grasping that if I hadn't witnessed the damned thing making things move.
Oh, that's interesting. And he like gets ready to write on his clipboard, and he says, "What sort of things were moving?"
I witnessed it pick things up. I've witnessed it push things around. I've witnessed it fix things that I couldn't fix. And you have my history. You know how extensively I can fix things, I would hope, from my history.
He kind of squints at you at this. And he says, "Okay. What sort of things did it fix? Like a television?"
I can fix a television.
Right. So,
This thing can make circuitry.
okay. What kind of circuitry? What does it do?
Y'all picked me up before I could test it out. I don't know what it could do.
I see.
It's back at the workshop, though, if y'all ever want to pick it up. But you know, I'm just crazy, so what do I know?
I don't think that you're crazy, Cassidy. I think you're just suffering from a condition. And
No, I'm just sitting here tied up in a straitjacket in a padded room with a robot that makes noise above my head that nobody can see.
well, you understand we need to make sure that you're not a threat to yourself or anyone else, right?
Hmm. No, I've already paid for that.
What does that mean?
I pay for that every night.
Pay for what exactly?
Well, you don't believe a word that comes out of my mouth anyway, so what does it matter?
I'm listening, and I do believe you.
Would you believe me if I said that we've met before?
Um, Let me make a roll for Ernest here.
He has no idea who the fuck you are.
Yeah, he says, he kind of like tilts his head to the side and he says, "Really? Where did we meet before?"
I mean, it just feels like a dream. I don't know. You know, mad ravings of a delusion, paranoid woman. It was a weird place. No stars. You had a short lady with you. Kept getting her name wrong, though. She took care of you, though. Real nice woman. And y'all fished just out of the water. And that's where the robot thing came from, too, I think, if I remember right. I don't know. Maybe it came out of the dreams. That'd be weird. That would be weird, wouldn't it? If y'all if it just if the dreams were coming real, wouldn't that be a weird thing? That would be crazy, wouldn't it?
He suddenly looks a bit pale. But when you make like eye contact with him again, he sort of like composes himself a bit. And he says, "No, that you're right. That would be strange, I suppose." Now we've
Weird things happened. A lot of weird things happened. But it's just dreams.
he looks down at the chart in his hand again, and he puts like his free hand up to his chin to kind of like stroke his beard hair, but his hand like shakes a bit, and he stops and just like puts it back down by his side, and he says, "What sort of dreams, Cassidy? Do they have anything to do with children?"
Looks down at the clipboard and then up at him. I got a question for you first. Are you supposed to sleep in your dreams?
We get like a flash, like a really quick flash of like Ernest in like laying in one of those DVM tanks, and then it like flashes back to the room that you're sitting in, and he kind of like shakes his head, and he sort of like clears his throat, and he's like, "Sleep in your dreams? What do you mean by that?"
Yeah. Like, have another dream inside a dream?
Well, I suppose that's normal. I've had dreams many times where I thought I'd woke up, but I was mistaken, and I was still dreaming. We cut to the outside of the room with Derrin sitting there listening. What are you doing, Derrin?
Keeping an eye out to make sure nobody thinks it's weird that I'm standing or kind of kneeling here, and preparing for whenever he comes out of the room. I want to bump him and steal his keys.
Yeah, okay, sure. Fair enough. Naela, what are you doing?
I'm staying up here until he's out of the room, because if I jump down out of the ceiling, he's going to call for reinforcements.
Okay.
There's 2 crazy people in the room.
All right. The camera pans down the hallway, and we see a different room with Jennifer, and maybe Daniel's gone in there too. And they're talking to this older guy who's laying in basically like a hospital bed in his room. His room's a bit nicer. It's not a padded room, but he's got like some of the stuff. He's able to like been able to like bring some stuff from home in the room and stuff too. Maybe he's even got like one of those TVs up in the corner or something. But they're just like talking, and they're catching up. Everything seems to be not like, I wouldn't say like warm and like loving and happy, but like cordial. And the man in the bed, Antoine, like reaches over and he turns a knob on a radio. We hear like a static kind of flicker on. And then we hear like a radio program start up. Let me see here if I can do this. Welcome back to WBRK. It's later in the morning. We're getting ready to have our interview with the strange, well, separated twins, I guess, from in the city here. We have them in the studio now. I'd like to introduce you. Welcome, folks. What should we call you on the radio program here today? Remember, you don't have to use your real names if you don't like.
So yeah, one's like, you can call me Anna. Other says, and I'm Eska.
Anna and Eska, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So, why don't you tell us the story of what happened? How exactly, what's the deal with the DNA tests and everything? How was it some kind of mistake? What's going on? How did you all learn about this? I gotta say, you do look remarkably similar.
I got hit by a car this morning, so that was fun. Really fun way to start my day. I was just at the hospital, and I don't know. Said some of the labs were funky and needed to run further tests.
Okay. And they just happened to have both of you show up at the hospital at the same time, and we're like, wow, these are matching people with different names, I guess. And then they checked your DNA, and what? It was a match, I guess, right? Now, how close of a match are we talking? Because some people are saying twins, but there's also some rumors going around out there that you're possibly like part of a secret government cloning program. Any truth to that?
I think twins is probably the best way of going about that.
Okay. All right.
It seems that way anyway.
Okay. Well, you know, they say twins have like a sixth sense when it comes to their twin sibling, I guess. Have you ever had that feeling? Like, maybe you haven't talked about it yet, you just met, but is it possible one of you is sick and the other one felt it, or one of you is in danger and the other one was somehow aware of it?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Twin psychics are real. We've got it confirmed here on the radio for you this morning. Again, you're listening to WBRK out of Cleveland. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsors. We cut away for a moment. What's going on? Now you're hearing this, Derrin. You're hearing this too. You're probably like recognize the voices on the radio program immediately.
Right.
Oh god.
What are Ernest and Cassidy doing? He seems to be getting a little dislodged a bit. The stuff you're saying is it's having some kind of weird effect on him. Like he's getting kind of twitchy. He's starting to sweat a little bit, and he kind of seems a little bit uncomfortable.
Cassie's just starting to sit up. She's starting to develop a grin on her face. What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong. Why?
Oh, come on.
You know, I do think I need to go to the restroom, so I wanted to go wash up, and I'll be back in just a moment. Is there anything you'd like from the cafeteria?
You know what? I'd love a slice of pizza.
Great. I'll see what I can do about that.
I'll be waiting.
And he like gets
Like
up.
I have anywhere else to go.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of like pauses. Like he seems like a little creeped out, kind of. And he goes to the door, opens it.
I would have kind of, if I'd heard that, I would have kind of walked a little bit down the hall, enough that I could bump into some, but not like, because I don't want to be, tying my shoe as he comes out. So I would definitely be a little bit down the hall where I could still bump into him as he comes out of the door, sort of thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so he like comes out of the door. He turns around to lock it behind him immediately. Like he doesn't even look in your direction. He kind of seems like he's in a hurry.
Yeah.
And like you see him put the keys in his like coat pocket, and then he starts to walk past you towards like the restroom area. You just like shoulder check him or something.
Yes, I'll have my phone out and kind of be on it a little bit, and kind of accidentally kind of bump into him as we're kind of heading past each other. Oh, terribly sorry, Doc.
Yeah, sure. Make a contested check.
Okay.
I just want to mention this real quick since Naela's in the room. As soon as like they hear the door latch, the smile on Cassidy's face just drops and she just like back against the wall.
Sneaking attention to detail?
Yes. All right.
There you go.
So yeah, we see you like bump into him, and you're like, "Oh, sorry, Doc," and he's like, "Excuse me," and yeah, he's really nervous. He's got like sweat running down his bald head, and he kind of like fast walks to the restroom.
Quickly, before he goes too far, I will unlock the door, turn back around, and kind of pretend to reach down onto the ground and pick the keys up. Oh, Doc, it looks like you dropped something?
Yeah, he turns around and he says, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah, like, no problem. Yeah, seems like you're in a hurry.
Yeah, just not feeling too great. Difficult day today. Like,
yeah, well, we all get those.
He kind of nods and he heads into the restroom, and you hear like the faucet turn on as soon as he walks
I quickly
in.
slip into the room.
Yeah. All right. So you walk in the room, and you see Cassidy slumped up against one wall in a straitjacket.
Deadpan face again. It's like, oh great, another one.
So, how's that padded bed treating you? Didn't think I'd ever see you end up here.
I don't have a bed. And how do I know you?
Well, I guess you could say I'm part of the dream.
Narrows her eyes at that. Looks up at Weight Watcher. You know him too?
Of course, you told him not to kill me.
Active user. Derrin is not on the termination list.
See, exactly.
Termination list.
That was a really long time ago. We very specifically put Derrin on the do not terminate list.
I'm glad the robot hasn't forgotten it either.
The rest of us are a debate.
Yeah, Derrin is so far the only one on. Well, I guess I would be too, but Darren's very specifically is the only one not on there that we were actively aware of. Well, that's 2 from the dream that can see him, and pretty sure 1 is playing hard ass.
Oh, also, make sure you don't mention it. Well, actually, no. Mention the door when he comes back. Make him think he forgot it.
Oh, that he locked it?
Oh, yeah, I give him back his keys, so I can't relock it.
Oh, yeah, that'll make him squirm some more. Harry doesn't like me. He thinks I'm crazy.
Stop doing that to him.
Yeah, I probably would as well.
Why?
No, it's mostly because otherwise he'll think, somebody took his keys, and that would be bad.
You just hear us stop doing that to him from up within the ceiling.
I'm pretty sure I recognize your voice. I'm probably a little surprised, but
I'm gonna peek my head
Actually,
out.
no, I'm probably not surprised. I know where you are because I can feel you.
You also see like Cassidy look up in that direction too.
So I
Oh.
guess we've heard from everybody except one, and that makes me worried.
He's probably committing war crimes.
War crime.
You know what,
Oh,
probably.
you mean that he's the reason I got motherfuckers, the reason I got caught.
Oh, have you
What?
seen him?
The one that was in the nuclear plant, right?
Oh God, why?
That shit sounds like Homer Simpson.
No, that sounds like Dank.
Yeah, I think that's what he said his name was when he ran by.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Literally, Derrin is face palming.
Darren, how
Either
the
way.
fuck?
The people that were following him caught me, so
Well,
if I ever
I
get out
know
of
you're
here.
here, so we'll get you out of here. Just hang in there.
We need to break through to Ernest.
We can do that later. I have a feeling that it might, be a little more difficult. We should probably just focus on getting everybody together to begin with.
We can cut away there to a
I definitely would be paying attention for Ernest coming back to get out before he's even in vision of the door, sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, no, and I would absolutely go back into hiding before he got in there.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, just to let you know.
No problem. We cut away from you guys for a minute to a seedy alley. Now I know it's morning, but we're gonna use this picture here for our alley.
It could just be a dark alley.
A dark alley.
Oh, I love the guy.
Yeah, there's a guy. There's a guy right there. Ignore him.
That's what it
Silas, we're all dead.
Ignore the man behind the curtain.
And we can hear police sirens in the background as they drive by the end of the alley. So they keep going. They don't stop here or anything. We just hear them really quickly get really loud, and then as they go by the alley. We see Dank walking down this alley with an earbud in and a cell phone where he's listening to the live radio, presumably the broadcast we were just listening to, the interview we were just listening to. Maybe we even see on the phone where it says WBRK live radio play or something.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Dank? You're walking down this alley.
I'm making sure that none of my weaponry is visible.
Okay, fair enough.
And another tab on my phone, I'm looking up where this radio show is hosted at.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we see you pop over a different tab and you do some Google foo. Make a roll.
What would that even be?
Well, I suppose it could be
research?
yeah, it could be search or research, information gathering. It could be tech, I suppose.
Okay. 1 second here. There we go.
All right. Yeah, okay. So you're looking, you're okay, it's WBRK. And you push search and savvy success. So for a second it your search result on the screen changes for just a split second to WKLV. And then it glitches out and changes back to what you typed, WBRK. and you see like you find the street address, and it's in a it's like a studio building where there's a bunch of other radio stations, but you get like the suite number, and it's just off of Church Street, coincidentally, about a block off of Church Street.
Okay.
And just about that time, you get a strange sensation of like a pull in that direction. You're probably not that far from it. You may be a mile at most, but you can be closer if you like. And I think this might even be a feeling you recognize. Like you've only been here a couple days at most, but you've probably recognized this feeling already. If you've brushed up with contact with any of your contacts, you might have had this feeling.
Right. The sense that there's like another vagabond nearby.
Yeah. It happened at the power plant right before everything went to shit.
Right. I'm definitely going to head in that direction. I'm going to steal a car, yeah.
Okay. So we see you like walk down this alleyway, you get out to like a main thoroughfare. How do you go about stealing a car?
While I'm walking along the main thoroughfare, I'm just like checking doors, pulling them, seeing if they open.
Okay. Make a roll.
Okay. Would that be like luck, I guess?
I think luck would apply, yeah.
I haven't made a luck skill yet.
I mean,
that seems broken. The perception would be probably decent.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't want to make a luck skill because I feel like I would abuse that. All right, go.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So you do find it's a drivable car. It's nothing fancy. It's probably just like a 4-door sedan. But it's unlocked. There's no keys in it.
That's fine.
Yeah. You gonna hotwire it?
Yep.
All right. Make a roll. Mechanics would definitely apply here. Electrical probably would apply here, I would think.
Oh shit. Yeah, no, I'm re-rolling that.
All right. Spend your influence. Re-roll.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, we see like touch 2 wires together. There's a spark. The engine roars to life. Yeah. What do you do?
Start driving it towards the direction where I'm feeling the pull from.
Yeah, okay. So we see like the headlights come on. We see the car pull out into the street. You take off, and just as you're pulling away, somebody comes running out from like a side building. It's like, "Hey, my car! That's my car!" And you're just like, "What?" And you just like floor it off, right? And there's like this person just like standing in the street, like with their hands on their head, like, "Oh God, my car!" Like so mad, right? Okay.
Just to say, it is past midnight.
It is. Yeah, we can stop here if you guys want. It's not a bad place to end it, I don't think.
Right, with Dank fucking riding off in a person's car.
Yeah. So everybody
Most of the rest of the team together.
Yeah, we've got like
We're nearby.
we've got 2 beats. We've got the beat at the radio station where it looks like Dank is heading, which is close by to sort of what everything else that's going on at the mental health facility. So we'll find a way to combine those groups together next time. I guess.
I feel like at this range, I might be feeling those like feelings like
You
start
probably
to
are.
coalesce.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would probably be the next thing that Derrin would do.
Be like, oh shit, one of those is rapidly approaching.
Yeah.
I would.
Fuck out of the way.
Yeah. I want him to have to describe Darren's face whenever he realizes Dank's approaching.
It would be a deadpan, like 1,000-yard stare.
Fuck.
Well, maybe we'll figure out next time more about what exactly is going on, and
Yeah, I strapped the combat shovel into the passenger seat.
right on. Okay. Fair enough. Everybody, make sure you take your memory point, influence point. For those who didn't get to play much today, sorry. I was trying to make time for everybody. I know it was a lot of improv, so we just kind of jumped
And
around
we
a bit.
technically got everybody a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple
I'm
people I wanted.
sorry.
There's a couple of people I wanted to get more of.
Yeah, and that'll happen.
So
We just
apologies
didn't
for
go
that.
the right direction for it.
But you guys all did awesome as always, and a pleasure to have you guys here. I hope you all have a fantastic holiday and a great
Yeah,
week.
next time we'll see more, I assume, of each other.
Yes. Hopefully next time we'll get the whole group together and we can really kick things off.
And next time, maybe I'll figure out what I can do here.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Everybody run and hide.
Because this is his domain. This ain't mine. I'm freaking out.
Look, I'm looking forward to pulling some future turn bullshit.
Yeah.
Correction. The Leviathan brought us here.
It used your body, ergo I blame you.
Well,
it's like blaming someone for their demon possession.
Yeah, exactly. Or their
Pretty fucking much.
Their mental health
Hey,
issue.
she called it. She called it.
But yeah, I mean, thank you guys for playing. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, all the links are in the description below. But I'm on linking for the Twitch chat here. You can jump in the Discord server. It's free. There's a lot of funny stuff in the Chaos channel tonight. You're gonna want to get in on that and see the crazy memes and post your own crazy memes. There's the Discord link for that.
Great.
You can also check out the art for Cassidy Williams at Instagram, TikTok, and coffee.com/Ace of Wands Designs. Here's all the links for that. You can go to twitter.com/sketching space and check out more cool art. Here's the link for that. You can buy Dank a coffee so that he has the energy to take on nuclear power plants at
Steal more cars.
And steal more cars at buymeacoffee/broken dank. And you find me around the internet. You probably got my info already. But that's all the announcements I got, I think. Does anybody else got anything they want to shout out? What are we remembering today?
And remember, don't get trapped in a simulation of Ohio.
And remember, folks, Ohio isn't real and it can't hurt you.
And remember, do not let the Leviathan possess you completely.
Yeah,
We're sorry, anyone in Ohio. Not for this, but because you're in Ohio.
Yeah.
Our hearts,
Y'all just suffering out there.
Our hearts go out to everyone in Ohio. All right. Thank you guys. Y'all have a great night and a great week. I will be back Friday for some Unknown New Orleans. There'll be some more Force Flush Monday, some more Broken next week, Wednesday. We'll see you guys then.
Yes.
Take care, folks. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye, guys.